everybody, welcome to Creative Crafting. My name is Angela and we're going to talk about the Imagine today. I was looking on YouTube, didn't see a lot of Imagine videos. My sister suggested to me that I should do an Imagine series, so that's what I'm going to do. I've used the Imagine quite a lot and I actually like it. Not better than the Expression, but it's different than the Expression. I like this machine because all you need is your white cardstock, you put it in, you check, you do whatever colors you want to put on there, and all the work is done for you. You don't have to pick anything out. All the colors are color coordinated. It's really easy and quick. So if you need to make a quick card, this machine is excellent for that. I can't say enough about it. And I've done quite a few projects with this, and my ink is still probably half full. A lot of people have that question, how fast does the ink run out? Well, my ink has not run out quickly. It's going to run out faster if you print full 12 by 12 printed papers. It's going to run out a lot faster for you, but I do a lot of projects with it and I haven't had any problems with it really. Mine's still about half full. So I've been really lucky with that. What we're going to do today is this is going to be the first of 5 videos, and what we're going to do is talk about the Imagine, about just what it is, how it works, how you use it, and then go over each week we'll go over different features of the Imagine. The Imagine is actually 24 inches long, 24 and a half inches long, 13 and a half inches wide, and about 7 inches high, and it weighs about 28 pounds. So you need a good space. This is not a machine that you should take to crops with you or anywhere. Once you have this machine, it needs to be stationary, not really moved around a lot. If you move it around a lot, you have to calibrate the printing, the screen, and everything. So you don't really want to do that. This machine is a lot more sensitive than the Expression is. It's a really good machine. It's a good machine for your craft room, for doing your crafts, but not really taking with you. The Imagine has a lot of neat features. If you used a Gypsy before, like this one, if you've used your Gypsy before, the screen on the Imagine is very, very similar to that. It works almost exactly the same, just there's more features to it. So we are going to talk about all the buttons on the screen first before we turn it on. This is the power button. This is the stop button. And this is to just get to another screen. And this is your menu button. It takes you to the main menu, which when I turn it on you'll see, and these are your scroll buttons. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the machine on. And another thing, why this is loading up, your blade housing is exactly the same as your Expression. So you can use the Cricut markers with it and all that stuff and you won't have any problems. And this machine is designed for just Cricut Original and Cricut Imagine cartridges. So you can't use your shortcuts a lot or make the cut with that. This is strictly for your Imagine cartridges. And it's amazing with the cartridges. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so we're to the main screen. First you'll see your print and cut. Let's get a little close up on here on the screen. Sorry. Alright, there we go. Let's get a little bit closer. Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, so first you have your print and cut, your print paper, your settings, and your about, and that just tells you what version of the Imagine software that you're running. And it comes with the stylus, and your Imagine cartridges will go on this side, will go on the right side. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit so you can see that. They'll go right here. Actually, it's my right, your left, and then the original cartridges will go on this side. So the first thing we're going to do is go through the setup on the machine. So once you turn it on, you just click on settings. Okay, and once you get, no, it's pretty quick. It just seemed a little slower. And in your settings you have print and cut, and if you down arrow you can do print only, you can do cut only. So if you decide, say one day you like one of the images on the Imagine cartridge and you just want to print that out and cut it yourself or or do a border around it and cut that, you can do that by just hitting the print only. And you can hit the cut only if you just want to cut an image out. If you have an original cartridge or even the art cartridges, you can do that with that also. So I normally choose to print and cut because I usually print and cut. I don't normally just cut or just print. I do both. And then this is your print quality right here. You can do best quality or draft quality. Best quality is for when you're printing and cutting, because you want to see especially with the Imagine art cartridges, you want to really get those images crisp, clean. I haven't had any problems with the colors not being bright or anything like that, like some people have. It's been great. They're beautiful. And if you just want to print something, I would use draft quality. That way you don't use as much of your color cartridge. And then this tells you how much ink you have in your cartridges. Like I said, I've done quite a bit, and I still have at least half on each cartridge. And then up here is your border preferences, how much of a border you want. You can do default or you can do custom. And once you do custom, you can hit define color, and then you can put the color of your border in. You can custom do it or choose one of the colors that are already there for you. And just hit apply, and it'll take you right in. You have your screen calibration, your blade calibration, and your print calibration. You put that back to default. And then this is just your restore to defaults. If you had put in a bunch of settings and you didn't like them, if you hit that restore defaults, it takes you back to whatever it came originally when you got your Imagine. So we're going to click apply on that. And then this is your print paper. If you wanted to print paper, you would just hit next. You can just hit next, and you can pick any color you want. And once you put an Imagine cartridge in here, you can pick any print on that cartridge. So we're going to go back to menu, and we're going to go to the print and cut. That's normally where I go. There's several images that are preloaded on the Imagine without having any cartridges in here. And we'll scroll through them so you can see them. I like that scallop heart. I think that's really cute. And then you got a cupcake, you've got a little baby shirt, a star, a ducky, a square, apple, a tree, butterfly, and then a little tag there, cloud, and then another square. And these other ones, these are new that just came in. They're actually for rectangles, and once we get to that, that's a more advanced. Once we get there, then we'll talk about that. So let's just go back, and what we're going to do is we are going to actually insert an Imagine cartridge. So I'm just going to pick one up. I'm going to use the Imagine More cartridge. There's a lot of good images on here, and you're just going to insert the cartridge. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see me do that. Okay, and we're going to put it right in here on this side, and it just lines up, and then you push it in, and then there's a green light that actually comes on right here. And then that tells you that your cartridge is inserted. And then it's going to load all the images for you, and then everything on this cartridge is going to be on the screen where your stock images were. So if you click here, the middle button, it's going to take you back to your stock images. Let me zoom in on that for you so you can see it. Okay. Let me just get down there so you can see it. There we go. And this tells you your stock images. This is an Imagine cartridge, and this is a classic cartridge. So right now, I went back to the stock images, so you're right back where we were to start with. And then if you click the Imagine, then it'll bring up the cartridge that you've inserted in there. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, if we pick any of these cartridges, any of these images, you just pick one, and then you can start designing with it. So that's all we're going to go over for today. And then, in our next video, we'll put the Imagine cartridge back in, and then what we'll do is start designing with it and sizing it and talking about all that other good stuff that comes along with it. And as we go along, we'll add a classic cartridge and then add color to it and design with that, and I'll show you how you can use an Imagine cartridge and a Cricut cartridge at the same time on the mat and cut different images and put them all together. So that's it for our first class. I hope you liked it. If you do like it, leave a comment at the bottom of this video. And I'll also leave a link to my blog, and you can go see some of the cards that I've made with Imagine. And you'll be amazed with this machine. This machine is so much fun. So if you just want to watch these videos, maybe you're thinking about buying it, or maybe you already have one and you're not sure exactly how to use it, that's where we're going to go. So if you have any questions, make sure you leave them below this post, or if there's something you want to see on the video, post it down there too, and then I'll try to go through that and answer all the questions that you have. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for stopping by.